o'clock, you just got off of work, but instead of going home, you're coming to the Disneyland Resort. So imagine this. You just spent the day at work, you worked hard, you're a little tired, but instead of going home, you come to Disneyland. We are spending the typical 2-3 hours after work at the Disneyland Resort today. One of the many perks of coming to Disneyland in the late afternoon, early evening time is its golden hour. It's gorgeous here at that time. It's also the time the heat finally leaves if it's a hot day like today was, and you get some wind through here. It's gorgeous. It's also the time that the intense energy of the morning has started to wane. People are more relaxed, they're getting ready for dinner, they're having their 5th and 6th ride of the day, so there's a little bit less stress going on, and it's really one of the perfect times to come to Disney if you're a local and you're lucky enough to be able to pop in for just a few hours. So that's what we're doing today. We are spending the afternoon like a local here at the Disneyland Resort, specifically in Disney California Adventure. One of the first things I do when I come to the parks, regardless of what time it is get a beverage. I love walking around with something to drink. Normally in the morning it's a coffee or a tea, but right now we are headed to Avengers Campus to get one of my favorite drinks here in DCA. Disneyland can still be pretty hectic around this time of night, but DCA is usually more chill. I don't really have a ton of plans for today. We're just gonna see where the evening takes us. I probably want to get on at least one ride, and like I said, we have a beverage we are on our way to get, and maybe a snack a little later or something like that, and a show. I think if I do those things, it will be a pretty great afternoon. We have arrived at Pym Tasting Lab, the bar that's part of Pym Test Kitchen, and one of my favorite stops here in this park. Their food is great, and all of their beverages are awesome if you want to get something like a beer or a cocktail. But today we are getting a non-alcoholic beverage that's just pretty fun and quite delicious. Okay, we've got our drink. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm going to get somewhere a little quieter and see if you can hear it. Are you hearing the Pop Rocks? Something to know about me. Big fan of Pop Rocks. Yum. So this is the Popping Particle Punch. And some would say it tastes like cotton candy. And I don't really like cotton candy as a flavor. I don't mind actual cotton candy, but the flavor of cotton candy and like drinks and I'm not a huge fan of artificial cotton candy, but there's something about this drink that I'm a big fan of. It's sweet, don't get me wrong, but it's not sickly sweet. I think it's because it has soda water in it or something. It's cutting the sweetness, and the Pop Rocks are fun, and it's like cool colors, and the color changes while you drink it. I don't know. I'm a fan. For a non-alcoholic beverage that's very themed, it's a pretty good one. We have come to Hollywoodland for our first activity. Something I rarely get to do while I'm here is see some shows. Now, when I come for work, I'm obviously pretty busy and I don't get to do a lot of attractions. And when I come with friends, they always want to do the big stuff. They want to go on Guardians, they want to do Incredicoaster if we're here in DCA. So, unless I'm here with like my mom, who loves the shows just as much as I do, I don't really get to see Mickey's PhilharMagic very often. So we are going to make sure we see it. We just got a little glimpse of the Five and Dime. You can still probably see them behind me as they were strolling along. I really am a fan of the Streetmosphere in this park specifically. The show that they play in Carthay Circle is so fun. If you ever get a chance to watch it, I always stop and watch a little bit of it if I can. And then they drive their very cool car all the way down the street on their way to and from their show. So it's pretty great. And I'm glad we got to see them. After work, you want to relax, right? And I can't think of anything more relaxing than enjoying a beverage, sitting in a comfy, air-conditioned room, and watching Maestro Mickey Mouse and the orchestra play some of your favorite Disney songs. That's pretty great to me. The lobby just opened and there's about 15 minutes till showtime, which means they just let another show in. So what's great about this show is that you typically don't have to wait very long. I don't think I've ever seen it over a 15-minute wait, and that basically just means you have to wait for the show in front of you to be over before you can get in the lobby, and then wait for them to exit the theater for you to enter. Like I said, it's very relaxing, air-conditioned, comfy seats, a wonderful reprieve from a busy park day, and the perfect way to relax after work. And hey, I still worked a full day as well. I just only had to cross the Esplanade to get here after work instead of getting in a car. So I had it a little bit easier. But either way, I'm ready to have a lovely evening with all of you. I have my drink, but I'm putting it down right now. And I'm mic'd up, so I promise I'm not being very loud and I won't talk to you during the show, but I always sit to the side if I'm filming so that I don't have anyone behind me and they see the light and it distracts them or bothers them. So we are over to the side a little bit more than normal, but it's fine. I'm still gonna enjoy. It's gonna be great.
All right, put on your opera glasses because...
Showtime! Well, I gotta open the curtains.
Tie your napkin round your neck, Sherry, and we provide the rest.
Can't wait to be
So right after I stopped recording and I was going to take a sip of my beverage, the announcement came on that said, please refrain from eating and drinking while you are in the show. And of course, I'm going to listen to the rules, which means that I still have a good amount of drink left to enjoy while we walk around a beautifully lit up Hollywoodland. While I'm here, I have something to talk to you guys about because I want opinions. While we are walking through Hollywoodland, I am reminded of the terrible tragedy that is the demise of film strip fries. Ord Wieners, right there, used to be known for their French fries, which were called film strip fries, and they were kind of twisty. They were thick like a steak fry, but they were delicious and amazing, and now they're gone. Disneyland and DCA are officially all one type of fry now. So wherever you go, it's all the same fries. And that's really sad for people like me who love the potato in all forms and think it's one of the most superior foods, and was so excited to have something unique and fun from Ord Wieners, and they would put chili cheese on them or different things for different seasons, and now they're gone, and I'm really sad about it. So weigh in the comments down below. Did you get to try film strip fries? If you did, what did you think about them? Did you think they were a superior form of French fry? And are you just as mad as I am that they are lost to us forever? It's officially spring here in DCA, even though it's February. Because of the weather, what I think are cherry blossoms, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe these are cherry blossoms, bloom earlier than they do on the East Coast where I'm from. And it was one of the very happy surprises I got when I came here. And they are in full bloom and beautiful. There's a big one of these trees in Galaxy's Edge, and I think it was last week, if not the week before, a bunch of the flower petals were falling and they would cover the ground, and it's right by Docking Bay 7, and it did look like you were on another planet. Like, it was gorgeous. It looked kind of like Naboo, honestly, with the big tree there and just that area where it is, right between Ronto Roasters, Docking Bay 7, and I think it's Doc Ondar's that's right there. It looked like something otherworldly, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So a big plus to California weather for allowing us to have these beautiful, gorgeous, pink blooming trees in the month of love. Everything is so pretty when it's lit up at night. They really did a great job when they updated these sections of this park in making it extremely beautiful, especially at night. It's a little bit after 6. We have spent about an hour of our after work evening time here at the park, and I think what's up next is a ride. I'm trying to decide what I want to do depending on wait times, because if we're doing this like a local, we don't want to wait in long lines, because we can come back and do a ride we love another time. So the rides that I'm looking at are the Pixar Pal-Around. I think it'd be really fun. That's kind of what I'm looking for, something outside where I can see all the lights and people watch and just enjoy the ride experience. But the Pixar Pal-Around has like a 15-minute wait, and I don't think I want to wait that long. But what doesn't have that long of a wait is the Golden Zephyr, and I'm a pretty big fan of that one, so I think that's what we're gonna do. It was quite hot today in the park, but it has cooled down to like a beautiful 68 degrees, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And on the Zephyr, when we're spinning around, will be pretty windy, but I don't think it'll be too chilly, so I can't wait. I do really enjoy this ride, but I don't ride it too often, and I have to remember when I'm sitting up here in line waiting to get on the next one, I can't stare at it as it goes around because it makes me dizzy. I don't get dizzy while I'm actually on the ride, but sitting still and watching them spin around you definitely makes me a bit dizzy. That was absolutely lovely. I like that ride almost as much as jumping jellyfish, and I wish we could have gone on that, but it is currently down for planned refurbishment. But I am a jumping jellyfish lover. Something to know about me: I don't love drop rides indoors. I grew up going to Six Flags, and at the Six Flags in New England, which is where I'm from, there's a huge drop tower, but it's outside. And I loved that ride. I think something about being able to see where I am, I don't know, but Guardians stresses me out. I'm not a fan. I think it's an incredibly themed ride, and I understand why it's fun for most people. It's just not my cup of tea. So when people are like, we want to go on Guardians when I come with my friends, I'm like, great, have so much fun. I'm gonna go do my drop ride and get on the jellyfish. So I'm bummed that it's closed because that is always a go-to for me. All right, we got our beverage, we saw a show, we've now been on a ride. What's left? A snack. It is time for feeding. We're still going to dinner, so nothing huge that's gonna ruin that, but it's been a long time since lunch and I'm hungry. So I mobile ordered something from Kuchita Cucamonga, which is in San Fransokyo Square, so let's head that way. We have come to Cocina Cucamonga to get one of the most infamous food items in this entire park, the Quesabirria tacos. I am genuinely shocked that I've never had them. I've had friends that have had them, I've been next to people eating them, and I've just somehow never gotten them. I've had so many other items from San Fransokyo Square, and truthfully, I always go for the bread bowl. I'm a huge lover of sourdough and soup, so a bread bowl is the typical go-to. And sometimes I go to Lucky Fortune, though it isn't my favorite. So there's still some really popular food items here that I haven't tried. So maybe we'll get around to that, but today it's the Quesabirria tacos. So these are the Quesabirria tacos. They're braised beef with cheese tacos, tomatillo salsa, and consomme. I'm just gonna dig in. We'll see how it is. This is bigger than I remember the photos looking like, but it's okay. It's fine. Maybe I just won't eat dinner. So if you come and get this, just know it's quite shareable. And it could be a whole dinner if you're getting it just by yourself. I'm gonna go without consomme first. It's yummy, it's very cheesy. I can't believe I haven't had these yet. Like, I've seen them in every best snacks, best food video has been these, and I just haven't had a chance to try them yet. Overall, I think this is great. There's no way I'm gonna finish it, but that's okay. Extremely shareable. Do I rate this? This isn't a food video, but I mean, might as well. I'm trying it for the first time. I'd say 5 out of 7 because it is a little greasy, but pretty flavorful. I like how much cheese and meat you get. The consomme is nice. Yeah, I think a solid 5 out of 7, definitely better than average. I would happily eat again, but I'm not going out of my way for it. And if you're looking for an after-work snack, it's a little bit big, but if you're with somebody else, if you're here on a date night, or if you're just eating around the park, or just here on a normal day, this is quite good. That brings us to the end of our after-work evening here at DCA, and I must say it was quite wonderful. Now I know it's not super realistic that many people can come to Disneyland for a few hours after work in the year 2026 with very, very busy schedules and most people not living within a few minutes driving distance of the Disney park. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this respite from a busy work week. Also, I hope this showed you that even if you only have a few hours, you can have a really great time at the Disney parks. Whether you are a local and just popping in because you have an annual pass and you haven't considered just coming for a few hours at night, or if you're visiting and you're planning on doing something else during the day, wondering if it's worth it to come to Disney after 5 o'clock, the answer is yes. You can make it really fun and definitely worth coming in. So thanks so much for spending the evening with me, and I'll see you next week.